There's a saying often heard in the psychology world. They say the real patients are out there. Many of those who go to psychologists or psychiatrists are actually people who have been hurt by the real patients. It might sound a little dark at first, but when you really think about it, it kind of makes sense. Behind that sentence lies a shadow filled with narcissists, psychopaths, and the deep, invisible damage they cause to others, right? Today, I want to talk to you about the kinds of phrases narcissists often use. Maybe you have someone in your life who has the potential to hurt you emotionally. Sometimes you hear certain phrases, and at first they do not seem like much, but later they eat away at you from the inside. If you understand and recognize these patterns, it becomes easier to protect yourself and stay strong around these people. Because narcissists do not attack directly. They are skilled at breaking you down with their words. They hurt you while making themselves look innocent, right? And they explain things so cleverly that you start to question yourself. You start doubting your own sanity. They shift all the blame onto you. And they do it so well that in the end, you are the one apologizing, even though they hurt you, right? In this podcast, we will go through the common phrases narcissists love to use. And I want you to do this one thing. When you hear one of these sentences, stop for a second, take a breath, because maybe right in front of you is someone who is slowly destroying you from the inside. One of the most common strategies narcissists use is to isolate you from your loved ones, from the people who could support you. Because the more alone you are, the weaker you become, right? And eventually you become dependent on them. Yes, you heard that right. A narcissist wants that. They want to mold you and control you the way they want. And how do they do that? They use this line. We are enough for each other. We don't need anyone else. Sounds romantic, doesn't it? Sounds full of love and passion, okay? Like nothing else in the world matters. But that is just a trick, because someone who truly loves you would never be bothered by you having a relationship with your family or friends. They would want that, because no one can exist with just one person. We have families, friends, a past. If someone is trying to make you believe they are the only one you need, watch out. There may be a lack of empathy behind those words. And yes, people like that are usually narcissists. Let's say the narcissist in your life has always shared their problems with you. They have leaned on you for support, and you have done your best to be there for them. Sometimes even putting your own needs aside. But one day things go wrong for you. You want to open up, share your pain, okay? And here it comes, that classic line. Not everything is about you. You think you're the center of the world? There are starving children in Africa, and this is what you're upset about. This is a classic gaslighting tactic. By belittling your feelings, they try to make you doubt yourself. A healthy person might say, yes, I have my own problems too, but I am here for you. A narcissist, on the other hand, will silence you because they always need to be the center, right? Narcissists carry sharp, invisible knives. These knives are made of words, and when things do not go their way, or when they sense your weakness, they strike with those words, okay? The worst part, it does not even bleed, but it hurts so much. Because those words come right when you are most vulnerable. You reach out for comfort and get slapped in the face instead. Do you know the easiest way to truly hurt someone? Use other people against them. Imagine you have a narcissist in your life. It could be your mother, father, friend, maybe your partner or spouse. You get into an argument, and deep down, you know you are right. But in that moment, they pull out their sharpest weapon and say, no one really likes you. You are not someone people want to be around. Even your friends and coworkers talk behind your back. In that moment, it crushes you. It feels like your lungs collapse. Okay? Even if you really are struggling with people around you, if someone says something like this, know that their intention is not to help you. These words are not for your good. They are meant to destroy your self-worth and isolate you even further. And what makes it worse is that this person might be one of the closest people in your life. But maybe, just maybe, this is where you begin to wake up. You say to yourself, I am going to leave Ryan. And just then he turns around and says, you are where you are because of me. If you have a job today, if you have a few friends, or some money in your account, it is thanks to me. These words are not meant to hurt you. They are meant to erase you. To a narcissist, your strength is a threat. They built their sense of worth on top of you. So when you rise, their tower collapses. That is why they say, without me, you are nothing. It is not just about insulting you. It is about keeping you from owning your own story, okay? But never forget that story belongs to you. Those steps were taken by your feet, and you can walk this road alone if you have to. The road was always yours. No one can say you exist because of me. No one else can breathe for you, right? And maybe it is the other way around. Maybe you helped them. But the moment you try to walk away, they panic. And during that panic, they throw this at you. You exist because of me. I created you. Without me, no one would even look at you. Or worse, you are nothing without me. Sound familiar? That is one of the classics in the Narcissist playbook. Their power relies on you, and when you walk away, their spotlight fades. Narcissists always try to keep themselves on a pedestal in relationships, and they are strategic about it. They do it in two ways. First, they exaggerate their own traits as if they're unreachable. And second, they constantly belittle you, to the point where you start questioning yourself. Maybe they are right. You think, and over Chimi, you feel less and less worthy. You hear stories from people who say, before this relationship, I was so confident, but now I feel completely inadequate. That is the illusion of a narcissist. They are masters of manipulation, and they will say something like, I am the best you will ever get. No one will love you like I do. Who else would even look at you? Okay? It is a bluff, because if you leave, they feel worthless. That is why they will do anything to keep you chained, using every psychological trick in the book. And this is one of those tricks, right? Sometimes I think maybe it would have been better not to know people so deeply, because the more I see, the more disappointed I feel. Back in the day when I was more naive, I used to believe what people said, because their words were beautiful. But people do not speak from who they are. They speak from who they want to be. And over time, I saw this. The most righteous one can be the most selfish. The one who speaks of love the most can cause the deepest pain. So I made a rule for myself. Never believe what people say. Words are often just a mask. What matters is behavior. Watch what they do, especially in hard times when they are criticizing you. Okay? When they are trying to hurt you, that is when the truth shows itself. And here comes that line again. I am doing this for your own good. No, because good intentions do not hurt like this, right? That is the narcissist disguise. If you catch it, you can understand. And once you understand, protecting yourself becomes easier. There are some relationships that feel like a spell, right? Especially what we call the narcissistic spell. When you are in it, you believe their words because they are so convincing. You wonder, maybe they are right. But when you are under that spell, it is hard to see. Even if they are hurting you, they claim they are doing it for your good, okay? But here is what you should know. No matter how kind someone seems, if they are belittling someone, hurting them, putting them down, that is not kindness. There is something else behind that smile. In this episode, I shared some common phrases narcissists use. I hope it helps you be more aware of the people around you. And maybe you can build an inner filter to protect yourself, okay? Keeping your distance from these people might be easier than you think. Now, I want to ask you something. Have you ever heard any of these phrases in your own life? Has a narcissist ever used one of these lines on you? If you feel comfortable, share it in the comments. Maybe it will help someone else out there. Thank you for listening. Beautiful soul. Be kind to yourself. Don't forget to subscribe so we can meet again.